So this is the sad truth of Modern Warfare 2, and I think this is a really, really sad one. This is probably going to continue for as long as Warzone is a thing. It feels as though Activision are slowly turning into EA, where they focus on the one and only thing that makes them money. If you take a look at the FIFA franchise, I mean, they didn't even pay for the licensing, so FIFA's not a thing anymore. They're going to have to change the name of it when they release their annual football game. But when you look at EA, they stopped focusing anywhere near as much on the career mode, on pro clubs, on anything like that, because their focus was Ultimate Team and getting all of the thirsty teenagers and stuff into that mode in order to grab hold of the best cards for your Ultimate Team. EA makes so much money every single year from that mode, and it seems as though Activision are trying to do the same thing with Warzone. And it definitely shows how much more effort they are putting into the mode over anything else in the game. And the reason I say that is because you look at Modern Warfare 2, how bad the UI is, how many bugs and glitches there's been. They didn't pay for licensing for a lot of stuff in the game. There was no combat record, no challenges, no barracks, nothing like that whatsoever. They left it really, really bare bones. Their maps were horrible. Season 1's coming and there's nothing new in there. The 2 maps that are coming with Season 1 are both ripped straight from Modern Warfare 2019. Then we've just had the news, which I covered in a previous video, that DMZ is releasing as a beta, yet Warzone 2 is coming out and has had by far the most effort put into it. You look at the map and you've got high rise, you've got terminal built in there. Players have been begging for them in multiplayer for so long, but they just don't give a shit about anything else. It's all based on Warzone because there are so many people that download it. It's a free battle royale. It's part of the Call of Duty franchise. I don't even know what the fascination is with it. It's a bloody battle royale. You've had PUBG, Fortnite, Apex. There's been so many different battle royales. It's one of the most oversaturated genres of video game in recent years. They released Warzone 1, they changed the map, they added loads of different stuff to it. Players started getting frustrated. The amount of cheaters and stuff just carried on increasing over time. It just got so fucking bad to play. And then you also get players that get frustrated because you've got so many different metas and they nerf the current meta and another one becomes available. It's a horrible experience, and then players have been asking for maps for so long from classic Call of Duties like the original Modern Warfare 2. They won't put them in multiplayer, but they'll chuck them into Warzone. What they're also doing is when Warzone 2 drops, they are closing down the original Warzone. They're closing it down. I think it's for 12 days, so that they can have this little start-up period with Warzone 2. And they're just doing so much to basically encourage players to jump over to Warzone 2 and start playing it. Because the more they push it and the more they promote it, the more people jump into that store and purchase these skins that make them all the money. They had millions and millions and millions of people playing Warzone 1. They made so much money from the skin store. They were releasing skins that were £24 a piece. And that's not going to change. I mean, it could possibly get worse. It's not going to get any better for the players. And it's the sad truth of Modern Warfare 2. There's just absolutely nothing happening with the rest of the game. It's just all focused on Warzone. And it's a fucking disgusting practice because people are out there spending £70 to £100 to play Modern Warfare 2. And it gets no care, no love, no attention, no nothing. Yet the Warzone free-to-play battle royale gets all the attention from the developers. They had 3 years, I don't know how many times I can say this, but they had 3 years to work on this game. The DMZ is coming out as a beta, and the fuckers didn't put a combat record in the game. There have been so many talks of different things that need fixing in this game, and they will not do any of it because they are so focused on making sure this Warzone experience is really up to date, polished as much as they possibly can, because where they're going to make all their money is horrible. They target all the kids and the people that don't give a shit about their money, they don't value it. They target all of those, and it works for them. The amount of skins they sell, they make so much money from it, and people never change. The amount of problems there's been, the fact that your Warzone 1 stuff doesn't carry over, yet you're still going to continue to shove money into their fucking pockets, purchasing stuff in Warzone 2. And yeah, there's a big amount of people that jump onto these battle royales. But where's the fucks that are given for people that don't want to play it? It's absolute bullshit how much neglect the rest of the franchise gets whilst they're focusing on this money making. And I totally get it from a business point of view. But at the same time, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. These people that have purchased the game for £70 to £100, they need something as well. Activision wouldn't be a company if they didn't sell games. And it's the same for every other development company. They would not be a company, they would not have staff wages if we didn't purchase these games. So we deserve a lot more than just having a fully polished, nice experience in Warzone and getting fuck all anywhere else in the game. We're not even getting 2 maps for Season 1. We're getting 1 map for the launch. The other map is coming like a month or 2 later. How is that for 2022? We used to have map packs that came with multiple maps, loads of different stuff. But now we get seasons where half the stuff comes at launch and half of it comes later down the line. Because most games are turning to live service because it's easier for them to release 70-80% of the game and focus on the rest of it later. Just like the release now, fix later mentality. It's disgusting for companies to keep doing this. And as I said, Activision are really starting to seem like EA, where they're just focusing on the only thing that makes them loads and loads of money and neglecting everything else because it doesn't bring them in profit. And even though it is a business practice, like to go where the money is, it's still bullshit to let everyone else just suffer. Because this game made $800 million in 3 days just from sales. They don't need to milk their player base over and over again. And it's only because people are stupid enough to fucking fall for it that it carries on happening in gaming. Where are the good gaming experiences gone? Where are the good stories? The last fantastic story I had my hands on was Red Dead Redemption 2. Elden Ring story, pretty good. But even if it's just Elden Ring and Red Dead Redemption 2, that's 2 games in the last, 4 or 5 years. Where are the rest of the fantastic stories? And I don't mean these ones that are above average. I mean a brilliant fucking story that will have you immersed from start to finish. We don't get them anymore. We don't get games that come with a load of content that's got really good updates. The developers are on top of the bug fixes. Like in AAA gaming, you don't get that anymore. You get it in some AA games, you get it in indie games. AAA, you do not get it anymore. It's the sad truth of Modern Warfare 2. It's turning into a massive money grab because of Warzone, and I'm sick and tired of it. I will talk about it as many times as I need to until people stop giving them money. Vote with your wallet. Don't feed these companies exactly what they want. Demand better. Grow a backbone. Have some fucking self-respect. As I've said for years, all a company has to do when it comes to video games is make a good game, one that players want to play for a long time, and you'll make way more profit. Say for an example, Warzone makes $1 billion in the first 6 months to a year. If they would have paid attention to multiplayer and they would have done better with DMZ, because I believe the only reason they've marked it as a beta is because they know how badly they messed it up. But if they did better with the overall game, it'd get a much stronger reception. There would be a lot more people buying the game. There wouldn't be as many people put off. I wouldn't make videos like this. And they would eventually, even if it does take them time, make more money. Because whilst Warzone might make them $1 billion in 6 months to a year, if the game had a better reception and people enjoyed it based on the multiplayer and other things, they could have made $1.5 to $2 billion in 6 months to a year. Because players would have enjoyed it a lot more. There wouldn't be so many negatives towards the game. But obviously companies will be companies, AAA devs will be AAA devs, and they will continue to not give a shit for as long as people keep giving them money. So none of this is ever going to change, but that also means that I will not stop making these sorts of videos. I'm going to leave that video there. Check out this video if you want to see other Modern Warfare 2 content on the channel. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.